Oh, hello, great readers. I'm Belchan.
I'm Nimikung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read to all of you. Claire, 29 Sec. 3 of Jane Eyre, an Autobiography.
As.
Oh. Jane Eyre, an Autobiography. Brontë. Chap, 29 Sec. 3. Mary and I sit in the kitchen sometimes, because at home we like to be free, even to license a bit you're a visitor. Not at all. Besides, the fire is too hot for you, interposed Mary. To be sure, added her sister. Come, you must be obedient. And still holding my hand, she made me rise and led me into the inner room. Sit there, she said, placing me on the sofa, while we take our things off and get the tea ready, when we are so inclined, or when Anna is baking, brewing, working. She closed the door, leaving me solace with Mr. Tano. He sat up a bit, a book or newspaper in his hand. I examined first the parlour, and then its occupant. The parlour was rather a small room, very plainly furnished, yet comfortable, because clean and neat. The old-fashioned chairs were very bright, and the wall out with the table was like a looking-glass. A few strange, antique portraits of the men and women of other days decorated the stained walls. A cupboard with glass doors contained some books and an ancient set of china. There was no superfluous ornament in the room, and it was a modern piece of furniture, save a brace of workboxes and a lady's skin rosewood, which stood on a side table. Everything, including the carpet and curtains, looked at once well-worn and well-saved. Mr. John sitting as still as one of the dusty pictures on the walls, keeping his eyes fixed on the page he perused, and his lips mutely sealed, was easy enough to examine. Had he been a statue instead of a man, he could not have been easier. He was young, perhaps from 28 to 32, slender, his face riveted the eye. It was like a Greek face, very pure in outline, quite a straight, classic nose, quite an Athenian mouth and chin. It is seldom, indeed, an English face comes so near the antique models as did his. He might well be a little shocked at the irregularity of my lineaments, his being so harmonious. His eyes were large and blue, with brown lashes. His high forehead, colourless as ivory, was partially streaked over by careless locks of fair hair. This is a gentle delineation, is it not, reader? Yet you may describe scarcely impressed one with the idea of a gentle, a yielding, an impressible, or even of a placid nature. Quiescent as he now sat, there was something about his nostril, his mouth, his brow, which, to my perceptions, indicated elements within either restless, or harp, or eager. He did not speak to me one word, nor even direct to me one glance. till his sisters returned. Diana, as she passed in and out, in the course of preparing tea, brought me a little cake, baked on the top of the oven. "Eat that now," she said. "You must be hungry." I did not refuse it, for my appetite was awakened and keen. Mr. Rivers now closed his book, approached the table, and then, as he took a seat, fixed his blue pictorial-looking eyes full on me. There was an unceremonious directness, a searching, decided steadfastness in his gaze now, which told that intention, and not diffidence, had hitherto kept it averted from the stranger. "You are very hungry," he said. It is my way, always was my way. By instinctive right to meet the with brevity, the direct with plainness. The last 3 days, there would have been danger in yielding to the cravings of your appetite at first. Now you may eat. I trust I shall not eat long at your expense. Sir, it was my very clumsily contrived and polished answer. "No," he said coolly. "When you have indicated to us the residence of your friends, we can write to them. That, I must plainly tell you, is out of my power to do." The three looked at me, but not distrustfully. I felt there was no suspicion in their glances. There was more of curiosity. I speak particularly of the young ladies. Straight. John's eyes, though clear enough in a literal sense, in a figurative one were difficult to fathom. He seemed to use them rather as instruments to search other people's thoughts, than as images to reveal his own. "Encourage. Do you mean to say," he asked. "I do. Not a tilings meet any living thing." Here I saw his glance directed to my hands, which were folded on the table before me. I wondered what he sought there. His words soon explained the quest. "You have never been married?" Diana laughed. "Why? She can't be above 17 or 18 years old." "Straight. John," said she. "I am near 19, but I am not married." I felt a burning gleam onto my face, for bitter and agitating recollections were awakened by the allusion to marriage. They also the embarrassment and the emotion. Time and memory relieved me by turning their eyes elsewhere than to my crimson visage. But the cold and sterner brother continued to gaze. To the trouble he had excited forced out tears as well as colour. "Where did you last reside?" he asked. "You are too inquisitive." "Straight. John," murmured Mary in a low voice. Piercing look. "The name of the place where, and of the person with whom I lived." "Is my secret," I replied concisely. "Which, if you like, you have, in my opinion, a right to keep." Both from Street, John and every other questioner, remarked Diana. To be continued.